I really liked that motor. There's other motors that I was looking at, but this one, I like it. What's up, people? The saga continues. We're looking for a new heart for the Leaky Dinghy, a new motor. I checked out 2 motors yesterday. Didn't get any film of that, but I'll post the Craigslist ad. They were 2 Nissan motors. They were pretty old. And then when I got there, I realized that they were 2-stroke. I was not able to get them started, so kind of just walked away from it. Like, the guy's willing to give a deal, but I'm looking for reliability. You feel me? So I would like to buy something that work. That's what I did with the last engine. I bought it with the intention on fixing it, you know. Just picked up another project to take with me. It's always what I seem to like. I like the fixer-uppers for some reason. But not right now. I got enough projects. Everything that I'm adding right now needs to work. It needs to be functional. It needs to be a good fit for the life. So a working, well-maintained dinghy motor is what I'm looking for. So we're going to check out another motor right now. This one's a 5-horse. It's also a 2-stroke, but it's 5 horsepower 2-stroke, and the exhaust is under the water, so the guy is saying that it's quieter than most 2-strokes. So I'm gonna go and find out, and I guess you guys will see too. You guys mostly like fish? You said camping too?
Yeah, I got a little John boat. We've been watching a bunch of YouTube video channels and
Okay.
going on fishing camping trips and stuff.
Okay.
He wants to start doing that.
That's cool. And it just comes off from the back somewhere?
Mm-hmm. Here's a little lever right here.
Okay.
You just pull this open right here. And then you pull this up. There's it kind of catches on the cap there, so you can take the cap off if you want to.
Okay.
And this is the wire for that part I added to it, so you can see
The RPM, right?
Yeah, RPMs and engine temperature, and then it shows the time too. But
Nice. Okay.
I have it set to where, like, if you over rev, it'll start flashing red and green and all that too.
Okay.
It's simple, but it's like $20 off Amazon.
Now, what kind of maintenance does it need? Because it doesn't need oil changes, but what else would I need to do to it? Maybe.
Yeah, like, so annually you're supposed to change the gear hub oil, which is like, it's less than a quart. Like, so I changed. This is the oil. You can still feel how much is left. I still got that much left after changing it.
Okay.
So it's almost no oil, not much oil in there.
And that's down here?
Yep. You would you drain it here, and then you actually fill it from there until it comes out of the top.
So you gotta have it upside down.
You just leave it like this, and then you basically take the top off, take the bottom off, and it drains.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have a little hand pump thing that screws onto the bottle.
Okay.
And then it screws in, and then you just pump it until it starts coming out of the top. Then you close the top, and then the bottom won't really drain really fast. You can unscrew it and then put the screw back in.
Okay.
Super
So
simple. And
that's
then,
the gear.
like, here's the water intake. You always want to make sure that's underwater.
Right.
And you want this right here to be even with the bottom of your boat, or to 2 inches below.
Okay.
But as close to the bottom of your boat as possible, because it's less drag when you're going.
Okay.
And then obviously it's got a bunch of different settings for adjusting the trim. When you're
Oh, this is how you would move it in case the bottom of your boat's a different size?
Yeah, well, yeah, you got basically, like, it depends on the shape of your boat and how much weight you have in your boat. You can adjust the aggressiveness that this sits in the water.
Okay.
And it'll put more down thrust to get up on plane quicker,
Okay.
or less, depending on how much. The fuel pump and the fuel filter. And this right here, if you have it off, that's just turning this tank off.
Okay.
But that's always going to be on until you go this way, and then it's just that's on. So I always just leave it like that. And then,
So wait, this is on like this?
That's that means the big tank's on.
Okay, so it will
Shuts off the internal tank.
Okay, so you just use this as like a backup tank.
Yeah, it's like my emergency reserve kind of thing.
Right.
That's what I was planning on. But if you want,
But you never run out of that, really.
No.
Okay.
No, so I've ran it for 5 hours and it's almost on full stuff.
Okay.
So they get good gas mileage.
Okay.
It depends on the boat too, though. Obviously.
And how often do you change? You said this is the fuel filter?
Yep, you change that. We're supposed to change that once a year too.
Okay.
This is still the original carb and fuel pump.
Okay.
But they're cheap if you wanted to. You could just throw on a new one of those and it'd be like a new engine then.
Okay.
As far, or at least the wear item, you know?
Yeah.
'Cause it's got gaskets and stuff in it.
Oh, and that's the mixer bottle here.
Yep, sure is.
It's 50 to 1?
Yeah, 51 for this engine. It actually says it'll say mercury on there and 50 to 1.
Mercury 50 to 1, yeah.
But different engines are different rates.
Right.
It has like for different age years and all that stuff too. Actually, this is a good idea. Whoever came up with that.
Yeah.
I was like, what was keeping me from getting a 2-stroke, and then I saw that. I was like, oh, that makes it easy.
Yeah.
So usually, what I did, obviously, when I put oil in there, I'll just put oil in there and then shook it and called it good. But you could just put the oil in there and it squirt a little gas and shake it, and that way it's already diluted and it'll mix in easier.
Okay.
If you want to, and make sure you get all the oil out. But yeah, so you obviously got your forward and reverse. I did see that they used to make a kit where you could do remote shift upgrade to it. They still sell the parts individually. It's just not in a big kit anymore.
Yeah, I didn't know that reverse.
Yeah,
That's pretty cool.
And then and it has to be in neutral before you pull on this. You can always check by like doing this. Like it grabs a hold of the flywheel and won't let it spin.
Okay.
That way you don't start it with the prop spinning.
Okay.
And then let me just try to get it started. I should have just filled this up. So that's the. So whenever you're at a standstill and the prop's not spinning, exhaust comes out of here, and as soon as the prop starts spinning, it pulls the water down and starts pulling the exhaust underground or underwater. This is the old spark plug, but it looks pretty much there. I'll just put it like halfway or something. Put this in, and then this is like the start. I put a paint pen on it. I hope you don't mind, so I can see it. So I can see it in the dark. That's cool. And then make sure the fuel's on, which I got it set to the big tank now. So.
Oh, if the choke's on too long, it'll cut off. It'll get starved.
Just smoke.
Okay.
It's the choke's actually choking the air. It's adding extra fuel. So it's like when the engine's cold and the fuel's going in, it'll actually start puddling and making drips of fuel, and it won't hit the engine right.
Okay.
So and your engine starves for fuel, so it's making it extra rich basically.
It sounds pretty good.
Yeah. It's a solid runner.
Yeah.
You can see it's running like good RPMs there.
Oh yeah.
You gotta be careful when you put it in gear because the prop starts spinning. I don't think it's. Oh, you know what? It's because it's not all the way down.
Okay.
Let me let's see if I can push this down. Actually, when you go into reverse, which it thought it locked. When you go into reverse, this little lock thing actually grabs a hold of the bar because the engine starts pulling out. So it's messing with that for not being all the way down.
Should we move the bucket?
Still doing good RPMs and everything. Actually revving a little high. But it's good. Good call.
They're very solid.
Neutral.
All right, guys. I really liked that motor. There's other motors that I was looking at, but this one, I like it. It's actually a little more simple since it's a 2-stroke. I don't have to change the oil. I just put the oil in the gas every time you use it. I don't think that I will forget to change the oil in a motor ever again. That's never happened to me before, and I don't think it'll ever happen again. I feel like, I was dealing with a lot of stuff. Mine was all over the place. But having a motor that I just don't have to worry about is a plus. The price is good. There's 2 other motors that I was looking at. One doesn't have the external tank connection, so I don't know that I really want that one. It is the same motor that I have. The motor I have doesn't have the external tank connection either, so I felt like that would be cool to have an identical motor. So I have like a parts motor and a running motor, but the external tank is pretty dope, especially for extended dinghy trips. The dinghy is really the car, so like I need to get anywhere from the boat. Even if I gotta do a couple miles in the dinghy, it would be really nice to have the range to do that. And the other motor that I was gonna look at has external tank connection, but it doesn't have an external tank with it, so I'd have to still buy all that stuff. This guy Martin, he's willing to give me a good deal. And yeah, man, he seems like a guy that takes care of his stuff, and that's really what you need. If you want something reliable, somebody has to treat it well, and I will continue that process of treating the motor well. So let's go get it.
I was finding another motor, and I was putting it in my truck, and I realized I hadn't paid the guy yet. I was like, oh, maybe I should pay you first. He was looking concerned. He was an old man. I was like, maybe I should give you your phone first. Perfect.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, I still counted out of the ATM too.
Yeah.
Even though there's like nothing you can do. You're gonna call somebody.
Yeah, you can call them. You can call them, and I guess they'll check to see like, oh, the ATM was empty. I guess that's what it was. The ATM was empty.
Oh, really? I just didn't realize it was too late?
Yeah. I was like, nothing came out of here.
Alright, vent's closed.
Okay. Oh, this one needs to be closed too? I guess it's.
Yeah, I never actually opened that one.
Okay.
Hopefully it won't be green.
No,
I think
it's-
it won't be green. Too much water out.
And all these things too?
Was that?
Like the propeller and this stuff too?
Yep, all that.
All right, thank you.
I went back in there to look for that water hose attachment. I put it somewhere so I wouldn't lose it. I have no idea where that is.
That's cool.
And these are the fuel, or
The oil?
Yeah.
Like the mixers?
So I use this for
Hello.
the beginning. Just because that's their OEM, but everybody online said they really like this stuff.
What's like, they're just different brands?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, and this is the gear lube, that one.
That one
This
is
one.
right there, yeah.
Okay.
This is the last spark plug. It still looks like it's worthy of. I kept it built it like a little toolkit,
Okay.
so it still looks worthy of.
Okay. It looks like this is the same spark plug my other motor uses.
Little marine grade one.
Yeah. All Mercury motors, little Mercuries, I guess. All right. Thank you, Martin. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, it's good doing business with you.
Yeah, it's gonna go to good use.
Money it hit different. $50,000 on my neck and it hit different. I read a pistol like an athlete contract, made money. Plus it came in extensions. You bitches moving birds like you working for business.